storms are moving around us, so we are still on schedule for our 9 p.m. start. We'll go ahead and get in and get out this evening. We want to thank our title sponsor, the Casual Front, located on North Shore Drive. If you turn in your bid to them after the race, then you will be eligible for a free beer as long as you're 21 or older. So be sure to go over to see them at their trailer over there after you finish the race tonight if you would like to have a beer. We want to thank the Page House by the long run. They provided awards for us for the top winners, including prize money for our top 3 overall and our Masters champion. We want to thank Bound. They have Pacer scores tonight. You see some of these flags intermingled in between the crowd, right? So they've got 6:30, 7, 7:30. That doesn't mean you're going to do an 8-hour 5K. That means you're going to do 8 minutes per mile for the 5K. So go ahead and line up with your appropriate group if you want to try and hit it. We want to thank KUB. They're providing water up here. Hopefully you got some before the race. You can get some afterwards. I want to thank Irby's Ice Cream. I saw a lot of the kids participating over there, getting some ice cream from them tonight. Our water stop, we have Raising Cane's. They are out there. They're located almost at the halfway mark, but you'll hit it both on the way out and on the way back so you can get water this evening. We want to thank Harmon Ice. They provided a ton of ice for us on this hot July day. I want to thank the University of Tennessee for working with us for both the Creamer and Sporty Village for marking this evening. I want to thank the Knoxville Police Department and the Knoxville Fire Department for coming out tonight and the road safe and keeping the EMS out there for us. We want to thank American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. That's our charity partner this year. We're raising money for them for suicide prevention. Next up, we're going to do our national anthem. If you turn around, you'll see that the fire department has the American flag hanging from their ladder truck, and Sterl's going to start our national anthem. Before we start the runners and walkers, we're going to give a 1-minute head start to our wheelchair and Ainsley's Angels participants up there. So this start is just for Tim Rutherford and Jeffrey Long and the crew up there. Okay, so runners and walkers, you hang tight. All right, timers, we good? All right, we're going to start them. On your mark, get set, go! As they're taking off, everyone else can start working your way up towards that start line. One person I didn't mention beforehand was Sterl the Pearl Hinton. He is our DJ tonight. He's my all-time favorite University of Tennessee athlete. Don't tell Peyton Manning I said that, all right? And he is committed to running the half marathon at the Governor L. Road next spring. We're going to let Sterl start on the runner and walkers here in just a minute, all right?
Everybody in line knows Jason was not telling the truth when he said I was his favorite Tennessee athlete. Everybody knows this Peyton Manning. Everybody knows Jason loves Peyton. But Peyton wore my number. Hey! But I want everybody to back to run their the best 5K ever. This is the Fireball Classic 2026 edition, and you're in it. So right now, before I start the race, everybody hears my voice. Give the on your mark. Get set. Go!